As Nigeria gears up for by-elections across 12 states on the 16th of August, the political temperature is rising and rising fast. These elections may be localized, but they carry national significance. They're a litmus test for party strength, voter sentiment, and the credibility of our democratic institutions. From legislative vacancies to strategic repositioning, political parties are deploying their full arsenal ahead of Saturday's by-elections. We shall be going to a state with a lot of anticipation ahead of the exercise, Edo State, where some of the candidates will be justly elected to occupy some of the legislative seats like that of Edo Central, whose seat was occupied by the now governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, but became vacant as the governor moved to the government house in Edo State. Joining us for today's discussion is one who is no stranger to the National Assembly, as he was a two-term former member of the House of Representatives and now is aiming to get into the Senate as candidate of the ADC in the Edo Central senatorial district by-election. We have Honorable Cedric Ogun. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. Maybe we'll start with the fact that Nigeria, we seem to have a number of by-elections. The call for these replacements have happened for the longest time. Initially, INEC talked about not having money to be able to carry out these by-elections, but there were vacancies that needed to be filled. There's some who have clamored that we now need to maybe revisit what the laws are because these by-elections are costing us more money. And then the way to maybe nip this in the bud would be to say that if you are going to serve maybe in the senatorial seat, you cannot run and jump ship mid-term whilst you're in office, because what that is doing is creating vacancies that invariably is costing us more money to conduct elections. Do you agree with this thought process?
No, I don't. I mean, this is democracy. It's not cheap. People don't just plan to run for Senate, for example, in the case of the ministers that were appointed. People don't wake up to say, okay, I'm going to run for Senate and then change my mind midway to run for governorship, or when I'm appointed as a minister, the place will not be vacant. It happens. You were elected and the president, maybe in the course of, looking for somebody, you were not nominated, or president settles were you, or simply with the governor now. I don't think from day one, he didn't even stand any chance of winning the Senate seat in my senatorial. It just happened because of, PDP had issues. So that's how he became a senator. Then he got there, maybe there was another opportunity, So it's not something that's ever planned, to the best of my knowledge. It just happens.
It just happens.
This is democracy, it's expensive, so we should brace up for it.
So a number of them who go into this office, who become senators, mid-term just decide all of a sudden, I want to be governor. So it wasn't something that was pre-planned. Is that what you're saying, sir? Yeah.
Most time it's not planned. It's not planned. It just happens.
Okay.
That's pretty much interesting. So this means that Nigerians should brace up for more by-elections in the near future. How would you compare this to other countries and to the fact that many have called out politicians for not holding true to the mandates that they are being given, especially by their supporters? Take, for instance, one who has been fully supported by the people, who has read through his manifesto to the public and told them that, listen, I'm running on the ticket of this particular political party, only for him to get there and then tell the people, listen, I will still try to do what I can do, but I am jumping ship to another political party. I don't know, what's the ideology? What do you personally think? Does this strike your conscience in any way?
Well, as you know right now, our political parties are not based on or formed on the basis of any ideology. There are some say particular parties a little to the left, the other a little to the right. I think we have to get our political party management right, and I think that's what the ADC is trying to do now, because I've heard them say we want to go back to the 70s, where you had somebody like I think Akinloye, who was the chairman of NPM, and he was the leader of the party in the real sense of it. Unlike what is happening now, they will tell you the president is the leader of the party. How that will work, I don't know, because if it comes down to the funding of the party, if you rely on the governor to fund it or the president to fund it, of course, automatically, they will be the leader of the party because he who plays the piper dictates the tune. So, yeah, if our political system or our parties are not based on ideology, this will happen. And if you look back to even people like Buhari, Buhari was in ANPP, was in CPC, and then they formed APC. The current president, Tinubu, AD, AC, ACN, APC. You might say, yeah, but they're just merging and merging and merging. But of course, if there was any ideology, so all that would be changing as we are moving. So I think we need to get the political system right. Parties will have to be strong. And I dare say it's not late, or it's a bit early in time. Because if you cast your mind back to maybe 1826, 1818 in the US, these things were happening. People were cross-carpeting. But now they are strong enough to form a two-party system where you have the Democrats and the Republicans. It still happens now, but not at the rate at which it was happening then. So we will get there. Because when we talk about our democracy, it's a nascent democracy. People take offense. For example, the Fourth Republic has been here since 1999, 25 years. It's still in the life of a nation. 25 years is like less than 5 years. It's like 5 days. So we will get there.
All right, we will get there indeed. But now let's go to Edo State. The ADC is barely known to the political scene in Edo State. And for someone who was a two-term former federal lawmaker under the platform of the ruling APC, the party in power at the center, of course, we don't know if you're aware about the fact that you might be taking a risk running under this platform that is barely known, and we don't know if you're prepared for that. So do you strongly believe that the ADC stands a chance against the ruling APC in the state, or even a party like the PDP, not forgetting the fact that the senatorial seat was formerly occupied by the current governor, who will want to maybe ensure that his choice candidate replaces him in the Senate?
Well, the ADC is known in Edo State because people are fed up with the APC and fed up. Okay, PDP doesn't even exist right now, as you know. The candidate of the PDP is in court because they bungled their primary election. And the APC, you state current president, the governor is that occupied the seat is APC. But how did he win? They didn't stand a chance. Those that would have contested just gave up because even then PDP has positioned the state, so to speak. They didn't have the governor. They will always win the national elections, presidential and the National Assembly member. To a large extent, PDP will have at least more than half of the seats in the National Assembly without a sitting governor. And then the presidential vote, they will usually have majority. They always beat APC. So those, now when we had Obaseki in PDP, those that would have contested just gave up. I said, look, it's going to be waste of time and waste of money contesting. That is how the governor now came out then. He didn't stand any chance in hell. But it turned out that PDP had issues, and PDP did anti-party and voted for the then senator. That's how he became a senator. It's not because APC is on ground in this senatorial. So to answer your question, ADC might look relatively new, but because people are tired of these two political parties, they are willing to give ADC a chance. And the feedback from the grassroots is overwhelming. People are saying, look, we have been waiting for this. We don't have even enough membership cards to cover as many people that want to join the party. So I'm very positive that if there's a free, fair, and credible election on Saturday, PDP will not get 25%, APC will not get 25% of the votes.
All right, you just mentioned something. You said if there is a free and fair election, you're certain that the ADC will come out victorious. But why the emphasis on free and fair? There are also conversations around if INEC will actually do what it's supposed to do. Do you have trust in the electoral body that they will deliver exactly what they're supposed to do, which is free and fair elections without any sort of interference?
Well, you see, it's a tragedy I mean, that's the situation we found ourselves in this country today. When people go into an election and you don't know what will be the outcome. But should we say because of that we fold our arms and allow these desperate people in power today to get away with all manner of things? No. I know we're going to make amends over time. Nobody has confidence in INEC, and as many of people that are speaking to the issues, we will get to try someday. Yeah, okay, if I say this now, you'll be wondering, okay, if you don't even have confidence in the system, why did you contest at all? But the highest office in the land is the office of the citizen. If the people realize the power that they have, they will come out in their numbers and vote. And they will stand there to defend the votes. And when that happens, INEC will not stand a chance of manipulating it. But we are trying to encourage the people because the party in government are saying, oh, we have already won. There's no need to come out. And we are telling the people, they say they have won. Why are they campaigning everywhere? Why are they panicking? They are nervous right now because they know. I mean, why we not all in Nigeria? No salary takes you to work and back anymore. Look at the roads in Edo. Our cars have suddenly become amphibious. We are swimming through potholes, through all manner of stuff on the road. So the people are not with them. And because of this reason, irrespective of what INEC might want to do, the people will vote and will defend their votes. But I know the situation in INEC is just a matter of time. It will turn around. And the more we pressure them, we put their feet to fire, the more they would turn the bed and do the right thing. We are hopeful they will do the right thing. But we are not relying on them to do any magic. We will match them toe to toe because we already know what they can possibly do. So hence, we are not going to relax and expect any magic from them. But we will watch them. And when we do that, of course, their chances of manipulating will be limited to the barest minimum.
So, I mean, you've talked about if the people of Edo State will come out and vote, that you defend their votes, you're certain about how the elections will turn out. But do you, with what is on ground, there's been increased levels of voter apathy, not just in Edo State, in different parts of the country, with people in some measure losing confidence in the electoral system. You've talked about, APC already boasting that they've won the elections and sort of in a way discouraging people from coming out to vote. But with what is on ground, do you see people actually coming out for the elections? How do you hope to be able to combat voter apathy between now and the elections?
Well, the voter apathy is on every side, really, because if 50 people come out to vote, you don't know who they will be voting for. But my coming out has brought a lot of excitement, and a lot of my grassroots supporters are willing to come out to vote for me. So we will keep encouraging them to come out. The thing we keep saying, if you do the right thing, if you are voted for and you come out and serve the people want to compensate you by either keeping you there or sending you back again and again. And this is what we talk about. If there's free, fair, and credible election, people will come out and vote for someone that has represented them well. And when you haven't done well, they will also come out and vote you out. But in a situation where votes are manipulated, whether they vote for you or not, you remain in office, it will discourage people. But like I said, it's not something that we're going to achieve in one day. So we have encouraged the people to come out, and from what we hear from them, they will come out. So we can only expect that there will be enough confidence. It's not so much of the fact that it's a by-election. I give you an example now. People living in Lagos and Abuja, do you think or do you expect them to buy flight tickets, spend close to $500,000 to just come for this election, and then drive through terrible roads, and you have an election that you're not sure what INEC will do? So those are the challenges, but we will surmount it. If the people at home can just come out and vote, we believe their votes will count and it will represent their intentions and their aspirations.
All right.
The challenge is not whether the people will come out. It's just to encourage them to come out, and I know they will do that, but the rhetoric needs to stop, needs to change. if the government is giving the impression that they have already determined the outcome of the elections, then that is very dangerous. And it's a thing that APC are used to doing. I mean, I've won 2 elections before, and in those elections, they'll keep saying they have already written this election. There's no need for anybody to come out. They claim they wrote it, but I came and I won. So it's nothing new to me. But for some people that don't have the strong mind, we can only encourage them to say, look, we have heard this before, and it never turned out the way they predicted it.
Okay, I just also mentioned, to ask, how much support have you gotten as we come down to the by-elections? How much support have you gotten from the center, the central leadership of your party? We know that there's been a lot of drama. They've been in the eye of the storm, and in the past weeks, with allegations of the EFCC targeting some key leaders in your party. So, how much support would you say you've gotten from the center?
Yeah, a lot. The day before yesterday, I was out campaigning with our former senator, former governor, professor, senator, Excellency Seremi Osibo was out there campaigning with me. That was massive. The leader of the party, Chief Oyegun, was to also come, but I think we couldn't really manage the dates. I think his birthday was the day before yesterday, and he had to travel to Abuja. Massive support from the leadership. And well, whatever drama is happening at the center is not affecting us. And the truth is there's even no drama in ADC. The government of the day are nervous of what will happen. And there's nothing they can do about it. ADC is the party today in Nigeria because there is no opposition party anymore, as you know. Labour Party is not feeding any candidate in this election. And PDP, they're in crisis right now. So the only party today is the ADC. So when I say the government in power are nervous, they are nervous because they know the inevitable will happen. So we are good. We are good. We are receiving massive support from ground. I had a meeting, just a meeting, not a rally, in Igwebe local government. The people there came out and were challenging us that we didn't tell them that we were coming to have a meeting there because they are APC members. So there was an altercation. And the leader of the APC team said, look, we gave him baseball hat. He said, I've actually been looking for how to join this party. So that's the excitement on ground. Because they can see clearly the government of the day really don't have the skin to tolerate opposition. But we have a party that has strong, tried and trusted men and women that have come out to say, look, we are going to give the APC a bloody nose. So people are rallying around the ADC. And that's why I'm very positive that we will win the Saturday election.
All right. Positivity is very good. It's one word. But then again, we've seen a lot of politicians remain positive. But when it's D-Day, it becomes a different story entirely. Just looking through the entire states that will be having their by-election this weekend, we've seen that already in Ogun State, the governor is warning against violence because there are rumors that, some people will take to the streets and try to disrupt the elections. There's also a conversation around vote buying. So I'd like to hinge on these two in my next question to you. And it also has to do with the fact that during the gubernatorial elections, where former Governor Obaseki and the current Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, actually went head-on, it was proven that people were exchanging their votes for money. I mean, there were videos, there were comments, even people were saying, oh yes, I just gave my votes to this person, and they were happy that they got something in return. How are you certain that this weekend, your party, yourself, your party members will be able to curb vote buying? And also, are you prepared for whatever that might come through, maybe in terms of any violence? Because we've seen the police not being very active when it comes to these instances.
Just before you answer, I want to add something to what my colleague has said. He said, how prepared is your party to curb by-elections? And my addition to that would be, how prepared is your party to not also be involved, not in by-elections, to not also be involved in vote buying? Because what we saw is even the people who were criticizing vote buying were also alleged to have participated in vote buying.
Well, vote buying is a new phenomenon brought about by the APC, and there's not much you can do about it. But like your introduction, you recognize the fact that I have been to the National Assembly twice. And in those elections, I did buy votes. I did not. Because I have grassroots program. That's what made me a politician in the first case. Because I was doing stuff in the constituency and I never had the intention of being a politician. That's how people told me to say, look, you are doing stuff for us that those that we've been electing have never done for us. So come out and we'll vote for you. So I came out and it was a cakewalk when I won my first term. The second term was same thing. So because you have been there for the people, they want to pay you back. And I can tell you now, I have supported young people in the last 18, almost 20 years now. So you imagine a child that was 8 years in the primary school, and I started giving notebooks to, and I enrolled that child to write NECO exam, and then the child will pass, and I give that child a scholarship, or that young person a scholarship. That young person is working today, and there are so many of them in my constituency. How much are you going to pay to such young man or woman to vote for you? Even if they don't have a job, even their family members. So that is why the APC are a bit nervous about my candidacy, because they know that people will come out and vote for me without collecting money. And I've heard that, not just people telling me, my people canvassing have called me in the field and said, look, this woman is insisting that they must talk to you. And they're praying for me to say, look, my kids went through school because of you, I don't know you, but I will come out on Saturday and I will vote for you. And some are saying, look, we have 5 of my kids out of school now, at that high school or university. You supported them through school. We are coming out to vote for you. We are talking about a family of our times, 8, 9, 10. So how much are you going to give them? So for me, I don't believe in vote buying. I have also criticized the system that bring up people try through the primary system, where you have to, the leaders have to come out to nominate somebody to represent them and they buy votes to get there. The person becomes a candidate and is going to buy votes to win an election. And then we say we have a problem of leadership failure. It failed from the beginning. When you borrow money to go through this process, when you get into that office, you have to get the money back. I don't go into any office to get the money back because I don't spend too much in any election. So I believe I'm the most credible person right now of the top contenders. Have a track record. So why do I need to buy votes? I am not a desperate politician, if I did call myself a politician. So I have a huge profile that people should encourage. And I just quickly say this. I expect the elites from Edo Central, ASAM people, the elites, in diaspora, in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in the big cities, to call home and tell their people, go out there and vote for XYZ. When you do that, they will represent you. Don't sell your vote. I know if they call people back home and tell them, if people will listen to them, even if you just will give them a little motivation, they will listen to them. And that can put the vote buyers out of business. It's very simple. I've seen that happen before, and it will happen on Saturday.
All right.
They can come with their money, and nobody will take it.
Okay. What would you say is the legacy you left behind as a two-term former member of the House of Representatives? What would you say was the legacy that you left behind, and why do you think it's important for the people of Edo State to vote you in this by-elections?
I had over 60 bills, over 60 motions. I have had projects over 43 billion naira in the constituency, and most of those projects are still ongoing despite being out of office for over 2 years now. And the people can see these projects and relate with this project or to this project. So that is why I'm saying a big hit on the streets. So I come out, people are trooping out to say, look, we will vote for you, we will support you. I am one that encourages the youths. I support women a lot, especially widows, because my mom was a widow for over 40-something years before she passed. So these programs really have espoused confidence in people that they want to vote for me again and again. Coming out to run for the Senate is not something I wanted. But after the last election, the governorship election, people started calling me that when they go around, people say, look, this man will win your election if you give him a ticket. And that is how I came out, because there was massive pressure on me to come out. So for me, I am one that believes that you should work for the people. When you work for the people, they know. That is why vote buy is not an issue for me. The people recognize the fact that you have worked for them. And they missed the years that you were in the National Assembly, the years I was in the National Assembly, and they want a semblance of that. They want a bit of that again. So for me, that's why I'm very confident that on Saturday they will vote for me, because I put the people first. I went to serve the people. In my 8 years in office, I didn't buy a house. I didn't build anyone. I didn't buy a new car outside the official car that was given to me. So they know that and they can see it. So I have worked for the people, and the people have told me we will pay you back. So I'm very confident that I am with the people. I'm people-centric. My bills, my motions. We spoke about the people. I don't know if you know much about my bills. I had a bill that said that children of children of public servants should school in Nigeria. I also had another bill that said public servants should do their medicals in Nigeria.
About that bill.
So in that case, we take care of schools.
But that bill, is that a bill you will still stand by, about children of public servants schooling in Nigeria and public servants having their medicals here in Nigeria?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us, Honorable Segus Ogun. Well, we wish you all the best this weekend at the by-elections, and hopefully whatever the result is, we'll look forward to have you back, and would like to hear your part, especially on the side of what happened during the by-elections. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. By the time you have me back, you'll be speaking to the senator-elect.
Fingers crossed.
I didn't say so. Well, let's wait until INEC declares that. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.